Good morning, students. I welcome you all for the online classes of business studies. I welcome you all, the class 11 students, for the Commerce Grow. Myself Padmaja Reddy. I will be taking your business studies. We will be having the following chapters of the business studies. Let us have the look of the syllabus of the 11th standard, what we will be going to learn in this chapter. The whole 10th chapter has been divided into two. In the very first part, A, foundation of business, we will be going to learn the nature and purpose of business. The second chapter will be forms of business organizations, in which we will be going to learn various types of organization held in India. The third chapter is private, public and global enterprise, in which we will be going to learn the various types of private, public and global enterprises existing in our country and all around the world. The fourth chapter relates to business services, in which we will be going to learn the various types of services provided by the business and provided to the business. In the fifth chapter, we will be going to learn emerging modes of business. In this, we will be going to learn the various different new modes of business which is making our business to be modernized. In the sixth chapter, we will be going to learn the social responsibilities of business and business ethics, in which we will be going to learn the various responsibilities of the businessman and the various moral values of the business. Part B, finance and trade, in which we will be going to learn the sources of business finance, the small business. And the last chapter will be internal trade and international business. So let us start our chapter number 1, that is nature and purpose of business. The main objective of learning this chapter is to make your commerce student relate to the topic business, not only with the meaning of business but also the nature and purpose of business. In this chapter, we will be going to learn the various human activities, meaning of human activities, the economic activities, its meaning, its types, the difference between business, profession and employment, the various types of non-economic activities, its meaning and types, difference between economic and non-economic activities, concept and characteristics of business, business as an economic activity, and various other topics which we will be going to learn later. Let us start our chapter with the meaning of business. The term business means doing the purchase and sales of goods and services with the motive of earning profit is considered as business. So, producing or selling any goods or services for earning a mere profit, it is considered as business. In the introduction of the part of the chapter, with an example, it has been explained how the business is existing. All human beings, wherever they are required to perform some or the other activity to satisfy their needs. They pursue different occupations to earn a livelihood and to get some psychological satisfaction. Activities which human beings undertake is considered as human activities. Some of these activities are undertaken to earn more money, but others are performed to derive personal satisfaction. On examination of the human activities, one can find that some of these activities produce direct economic benefits. Example, working in office, running a shop, practicing as a doctor, etc., while others do not produce direct economic benefits. Example, cooking, playing, going to school, going to temple, etc. So here we had got many examples which tells us what is direct economic and what is indirect economic benefit. The next topic is types of human activities. Human activity. The activity which is done by the human being is considered as human activities. This human activity can be classified into two. One is economic activity and the second is non-economic activity. Economic activity. Those activities which are undertaken by people with the object of earning money is considered as economic activities. These activities are concerned with production, exchange and distribution of goods and services. The purpose of economic activity should be expectation of money, income, which is used for further creation of wealth or assets. Examples of economic activities: production of goods in a factory, distribution of goods by a wholesaler or retailer, Working in a factory, practicing as a doctor, lawyer, working as a teacher in a school, etc. is considered as an economic activities. Types of economic activities. Economic activity can be classified into three: business, profession, employment. The very first, business. Business refer to those economic activities which are connected with the production, purchase, sales or distribution of goods or services. These all activities we do for with the objective of earning profit. Because of that it is considered as business. So we can say those economic activity in which the main objective is earning profit is considered as business. Examples: fishing, mining, farming, manufacturing, wholesale, etc. Second is the profession. It refers to the activities which require special knowledge and skill to be applied by an individual in his work to earn a living. These activities are subject to guidelines or code of conduct laid down by the professional bodies. The people who are engaged in professions are known as professionals. Example: lawyers are professionals engaged in the legal profession governed by the Bar Council of India. Doctors are professionals who are in the medical profession and are governed by the Medical Council of India. So in the short, if we want to know about profession, it refers to those activities which require special knowledge, second, skill to be applied, and training. These three things consider the profession. These activities are subjected to guidelines or code of conduct which are organized by the professional bodies. The third is the employment. Employment refers to an activity in which an individual works regularly for another person and gets remunerated in return. That is known as employment. So a person, if he is providing services to the organization and in return he is getting the salary or wage, it will be considered as employment. Those who are employed by others are known as employees. The person who engage others to work regularly for them are known as employers. The remuneration paid by employer to employee is known as salary or wage. Examples of employment: working in offices, banks, insurance companies, shops as a manager, clerk, peon, salesman, etc. is considered as employment. Distinction between business, profession and employment. Commencement. Business is commenced as the decision is taken by the owner. Profession, it will be commenced after completion of a degree certificate plus getting a practicing certificate in that particular specified field. Employment, it commences on joining duty on the appointment date by entering into a service agreement. Qualification, if a business, no minimum qualification is required before starting business. For profession, prescribed and professional qualification and training certificate. For employment, qualification depends on the nature of job. Investment, capital requirement depends on the scale of business. For the profession, limited capital investment is required. For employment, no capital investment is required, as the person works in others' organization. So for the person, no capital will be required. Risk, in business there is always risk and uncertainty. In profession, there is little risk present. In employment, there is no risk, as the person can leave the job and can join the another. Transfer of interest. Transfer of interest is possible with some formalities. In profession, transfer of interest cannot be possible, as doctor cannot give his profession to the son unless he learns that particular specified field. Not possible to transfer the service contract in the employment also. The main objective of business is to earn profit. The main objective of profession is to provide service. And for the main objective of employment is to earn income in the form of salary. Code of conduct. There is no prescribed code of conduct for business. For a profession, there is code of conduct which is prescribed by the professional bodies. And for the employment, the conditions, the terms and agreement which is made by the person with the organization at the time of appointment. Nature of work involved. In business, we do production, purchase and sale or exchange of goods and services. In profession, we render personalized service of specialized nature. In employment, we perform the job which is assigned to us as per the appointment letter. Reward. Reward for business is called profit. Reward for profession is called fees. Reward for employment is called as salary or wage. So this was the economic activity. So in conclusion, we can know that those activities, business activities, in which the main objective is earning profit or salary, it is considered as business activity. Economic activity, non-economic activity, all those activities which are undertaken by an individual with the motive of getting psychological satisfaction are known as non-economic activities. Example, going to temple, charity, social service, etc. It is considered as non-economic activity. Like for example, you are given donation to an orphanage, it will be considered as non-economic activity. The main reason is that here one-sided transaction is done. One person is giving, in return he don't want anything from the front organization. So it is considered as non-economic activities. So today's class gets over with this particular short topic, business. Tomorrow we will continue the chapter with the nature of business. Thank you.